Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Linux World with GK. My name is Gautam Kumar and I am a senior Linux administrator. In my previous video, I have explained what is Ansible, how does Ansible work, use case of Ansible, and how to install Ansible in Linux different distribution. And in this video, I am going to explain you about Ansible inventory. And the content of this video will be what is Ansible inventory, a static post inventory, dynamic post inventory, what is the nested group in Ansible, and how to define variables in inventory file. So let's get started. So before uh, starting this video, I will explain what is the objectives of this video. So after completing this session, you will be able to describe Ansible inventory concept and manage a static inventory file. Means once you will follow this article or video, you will be able to describe the Ansible inventory concept and you can manage the static inventory file. So the next is what is Ansible inventory? An inventory defines a collection of the hosts that Ansible will manage. These hosts can be also be assigned to a groups which can be managed collectively. Groups can be content child groups and host can be member of the multiple group. The inventory can also set a variable that apply to host and group that it defines. So friends, I will explain you everything. What is the group? How to add host in group, what is the child groups, how to define the variable under the inventory in this video. So first of all, I will explain the type of the inventory. The host inventories can be defined in following two different ways: a static host inventory and dynamic host inventory. So a static host inventory. A static inventory file is a text file that specifies the managed host that Ansible target. Means that remote machine on which Ansible will run a command. You can write this file using a number of different formats, including INI style or BIML. INI style format is very common and we will used for most example in this course. So in a simple form, an INI style static inventory file is a list of the host names or IP address of the managed host, each on a single line. So you can see the example. The INI style static inventory file will be in this format, host name or IP address. So normally we organize the managed host into host groups. Host groups allow to more effectively run the Ansible against the collection of the system. In this case, each section start with the host group name enclosed with a square bracket, and this is followed by the host name or IP address of the each managed host in group, each on a single line. So you can see the example of the inventory file with group, host group. So in this example, I have defined two groups, dev servers, DB servers. Under dev servers, I have added three hosts, dev1, dev2, and third is IP address. And under the DB happen servers group, the host is DB1, DB2, and IP address of the third machine. So in this way, you can define the group and you can manage your inventory file. And defining the group is very good in Ansible because if you want to run the certain task of particular, like you have a 10 host and you want to only execute the one task on a 5 host. So you can define the group of the 5 host and you can execute your playbook. One another important thing I want to tell you that there are two special host group and Ansible, all and ungroup. This group, this group includes every host listed in your inventory. Ungrouped. This group include hosts that are not a part of any other group. So I have also given here one example So this is the format of the inventory. You can see the base is a group. Under base group, there is one remote host, wave1.example.com, and there is another host, db1.example.com, that is the not member of the any group. So here, wave1.example.com is the wave group, so it's also in all. And db1.example.com is a not in any group, so it is in both all and ungrouped. As I have explained above, all. This group includes every host listed in your inventory, and ungrouped, this group include hosts that are not part of the any other group. So next, I will move to dynamic host inventory. Dynamic inventory is a way for Ansible to get list of the host automatically from the external source, like a cloud provider, database, custom script. Instead of writing a static inventory file by hand, Ansible can put host details in real time using the dynamic inventory script or plugin. So now I will explain why we use dynamic inventory. Because in many environments like AWS, Azure, GCP, Kubernetes, servers and services can change very frequently. They might scale up or scale down, we created or destroyed, change IP address. So dynamic inventory helps Ansible always to have the latest list of the host without manual update. Now I will explain how Ansible dynamic inventory works. So for dynamic host inventory, you can use a script or plugin that talks to external system like AWS. That script output ho- host information in a format of Ansible understand. Usually it will be in JSON, and Ansible can use that output as an inventory. So the next is what is nested group in Ansible inventory. A nested group also called a group of groups in a way to combine multiple groups into one bigger group. So this is done using colon children keyword. It It helps you to organize a host better. For example, if you have a group like Delhi and Patna, you want to manage them together as a North India, you can nest them. And this is the example. Delhi, under Delhi, I have added two hosts, Delhi 1, Delhi 2. Under Patna group, I have also added two hosts, Patna 1, Patna 2. And next is nested group, North India, colon children, Delhi and Patna. Now North India group include all hosts from Delhi and Patna groups. A group can also have a managed host and child group as a members. So, for example, under the North India group, we can also add manage the host. Like we have a one another remote host, patna3.example.com. So we can add here, and North African India group will manage Delhi Patna group host and also patna3.example.com. So now I will show you the real-time example or hands-on lab in Ansible inventory. So let me log into my Ubuntu server. Yeah, this is my Ubuntu server, and here I will show you some example of Ansible inventory. So, friends, you can see in this path I have created a two file, ansible.conf and inventory file. Ansible.conf CFG file is a configuration file of the inventory, and inventory hyphen file is an inventory file where I have added the host details. So yeah, so you can see I have added the inventory host, and I have defined the two group, Delhi, Patna and one nested group, North India, column children. So if you want to verify the inventory, you can run the command Ansible list all. You can see this command provide all the hosts of this inventory file. If you want to verify the host detail of the particular group, you can also list that using Ansible. After that, the group name Patna. So you have to remove all. Yeah, you can see under the Patna group, we have a two hosts, Patna 1 and Patna 2. Similarly, you can verify the host details of Delhi. You can say Delhi 1 and Delhi 2. So in this way, you can verify um, the host details of your inventory. And one important thing I want to tell you here, if inventory contains a host and host group with same name, if inventory contains a host and a host group with same name, Ansible command print a warning and target the host, and the host group will be ignored. So, for example, if you have an inventory in this, you define one group and you also define one host name without group with similar name, then Ansible command will target the host name only, not the group. So group Ansible will ignore the group host. Ansible will only consider the host name without group. So you can see one example here, wave server1 example.com. This is under wave 1 group and we have another host wave 1 without any group. So Ansible will target this host wave 1, not server 1 example, because both have the same name, group and host. In this scenario, Ansible only target host name, not a group name. So this is a very important, and you should know this before moving to advanced level of concept of the Ansible. Yeah. So if you have any doubt, you can leave your comment in comment section. I will definitely reply and I will try to clear your query. So here you can see I have explained wave 1 is a both group name and host name. Ansible will prefer the host, ignore the group wave 1. Yeah. Now I will explain you what is this variable in inventory. So value for variables used by playbook can be specified in host inventory file. These variables only apply to a specific host or group. So basically, we define the variable under the inventory file for host or group. Like if host needs some variable, Ansible needs some variable to connect a remote host. So these variables can control the things like username to connect with, port number, IP address, custom variables used in your playbook. So we can define the variables in the following two ways: host variables and group variables. You can see the example of the host variables. Under the wave group, wave 1 is the host and these are the variables. Ansible host, Ansible users, Ansible port. So Ansible host, this is the IP address, admin and port number. Ansible host IP address to connect to SSH username and Ansible port is SSH port. So next is the group variable. These apply to all hosts in the group. You can understand this like I have given one example here. Under the DB group, we have a DB1 host, DB2 host, and then I have defined the variable for the DB group. Ansible users, DB admin, Ansible port 2200, ENV production. So all hosts in the DB group will be used. DB admin as a SSH user connect over the port 2200, have a custom variables ENV production. So it's very clear. Host variable is only for a specific host. Group variable is for all the hosts under this particular group. So in this video, I have explained you what is Ansible inventory, what is a static host, what is dynamic host inventory, what is nested group, and how to define the variables. So, yeah, in next video, I will explain uh, Ansible configuration concept. So, friends, if this video is helpful, please like this video, share with your friends, and please also subscribe my channel so that you can directly get notification if I will add any new video. Yeah, thank you.